to board and committee openings. Affordable Housing Trust has 1 opening. Conservation Commission has 2 openings. Community Preservation Committee has 2 openings. 1 opening for a member of Historic District Commission and 1 opening for an at-large member. The Hamilton Environment Impact Committee has 1 opening, and Council on Aging has 1 opening.
There's another one on the other page. There's a couple more on the other page.
And the Historic District Commission has 2 openings for 3-year terms, 2 openings for 2-year terms, where 1 must be a resident of the Historic District and 1 must be a resident realtor. And finally, the Human Rights Commission has 1 at-large opening. We will now have public comment. Thank you for being patient and waiting for our session to be over. We'll take a public comment for up to 30 minutes. If you have a comment to make, please go up to the podium and state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to speak. And Joe, anybody online, raise your hand.
There's one gentleman online, I don't know, he hasn't raised his hand to speak, so.
Okay. All right, any updates? I don't have any summer updates.
I don't.
I've been summer vacation, no updates.
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Rose.
The Historical Society met last week, found out some interesting things about the Historical Society. First, that they have about 125 members, and they have some funds put aside that they've been carefully saving for whatever they deem appropriate. They're also looking for a permanent home for their archives, some of which are digitalized and some are actual pieces. So that's something we would discuss once the town hall has reopened. And I also suggested to them, they want some visibility, that they might want to have a presentation exhibit at the Town Hall Art Exhibition. Could talk about the Town Hall history. We had a discussion about some of the interesting historical factors of Town Hall. And then regarding the Council on Aging, the programs continue to attract new users to the COA. Very impressed with the work being done over there by Melinda and Hannah. And sadly, the COA board has had 1 resignation, so we will be looking to fill that as soon as possible. That's all I have.
Thank you. Lee, anything else to add?
I don't. I haven't attended any meetings since then.
We did have a session last Monday where we did a goals meeting for the town, and we identified a list of goals, and we're going to be working over the next month to finalize that and issue out to the public. But it was a very productive meeting at Council on Aging, and I think we have our next year and 5-year and 10-year goals ahead of us, Joe. You're going to be busy, right?
I've got a 3-year contract, so I'm 1 and 3. I'm happy. We'll see what happens from there.
All right. On the we have a consent agenda. We have approved minutes of June 5th, 2026 Select Board
15th,
meeting.
June
June 15th, sorry. And we have approved 15th Annual Coast to the Cure bike ride through Hamilton on Saturday, September 19th, to benefit neurofibromatosis Northeast, which we've done every year that I can remember. I don't know how many years. It's been 15 years, but I think about 15 years gone through Hamilton. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second?
Any further discussion on those, Joe? Okay, nobody's here to talk about.
Nobody's here to talk about.
Goes to the, all right, all those in favor say aye.
Leave it quiet.
Aye.
Gonna do a roll call now. All right, on the agenda, I'd asked Tim Olson to come and sort of talk about the recycling programs. I think he did a good job communicating, but I think there's probably a few more questions to get out there and clarifications, and so it just goes on the record, just talk about what we're doing for recycling and make sure we're doing all the right stuff.
Tim Olson, DPW Director. Effective July 1st, we do have a new recycling program. I'm hoping that every resident has a recycle bin. If not, please call the DPW and we will get you one. I brought, tonight we have Jack Manning with Casella. If you guys have any operational questions, he's here to join us. But it's a new program. It's a 96, most people got 96-gallon recycle carts. Hamilton, like many other communities, are a lot of the haulers that we have, vendors, are requiring automated pickups. So we're not alone. We are just one of many communities under the same guidelines and proposals that we went forward with to be fully automated for trash, recycling, and for compost. We are still allowing the overflow bags, so that is still part of the program. So any trash that doesn't fit in your trash bin, you can still buy blue bags and have that picked up for your weekly pickup. But the recycling program is confined to your 96-gallon. Your cardboard should be flattened and folded and fit within that barrel. A 96-gallon barrel is pretty good size for a weekly pickup. We're always here if you have questions. If you need any questions or strategies or whatever, we're here to help you. I've been in constant contact with Jack and John throughout this process. We
So
have,
the trucks, so the new trucks are out on the routes now? No. Okay.
Jack, come on up to the podium. Jack Manning's our point of
So
contact.
right now, they're still
with
lifting
Casella.
the barrels and dumping them?
Sure. Jack Manning, I'm the market area manager for Casella Waste, so thank you for inviting me, Tim. The trucks that the automated collection is a change from the rear load two-man trucks. We haven't put the automated truck out. We're coupled with Wenham, and Wenham's not starting till the 13th. So on the 13th, we'll be fully integrated with the automated vehicles in town. So we're kind of staggering between it right now. We had a push on making sure all the toters were delivered and that everybody had them in place. We wanted to make sure that was completed in advance of the automated truck being out there as well. So by the 13th, the automated collection will be in full.
And the trash truck and the recycling truck are the same trucks or different trucks?
They're different trucks. So we have the recycling, the trash, and the compost. So the trash truck is fully automated. The recycling and the compost, it's the same truck, but it's a split body. So it has two materials that go into it. It's a 60-40 split. We have more recycling volume in Hamilton, in our experience, right, from a volume standpoint. So the single body truck will be servicing the recycling, and the split body will be doing the trash and the compost.
Trash and compost are together, okay.
Yeah.
And some people, when they put their trash and recycling out, they were told to put them on opposite sides of their driveway or their private street. And that was a big deal to put them together. Moving forward, what's the instruction for people?
They can put them together.
Okay.
They have preferably 3 feet apart from each other, but they can certainly put them together. The things that our operators are looking for are overhead obstructions. You don't want to put them under trees. You don't want to put them next to street signs. Anything else that, the arm of the truck could inadvertently latch onto or hit in the process. So as long as there's nothing around them, they can put them together.
Okay. What else can we do to be helpful to the hauler?
Nothing, like Tim said, we started this dialogue last year. It's a change, right? It's a sweeping industry change, primarily, frankly, from a safety standpoint, right? Waste collection is one of the top casualties of all professions. You got deep sea fishermen, firemen, policemen, and then unfortunately, the waste collection's right up there, and that almost, I'd say 90% of the casualties or the serious injuries we have are related to rear load with laborers because of the two people and the way the operation of that truck is. So the industry, to Tim's point, has gone away from that over the last couple of years. We had said, if we are fortunate enough to be selected for the renewal, that it would be an automated process. So
it's gonna change. How's the 60-40 one gonna pick up it's still rear loaded?
No, it's a side load truck.
Okay,
It's a side load truck with an automated arm.
okay.
So the old application was a driver and a laborer on the back step that would get out and empty the barrel into the back of the truck. This is a one-person vehicle. It's an automated arm that comes out, grabs the toter and dumps it into the truck and places it back down.
But for the compost,
Same thing.
the compost is automated?
It will be, yeah.
We're getting new
You
compost
got
bins?
new, no, you're gonna have the same bins, but the new truck is gonna have the side arm, like you said, that can pick up both the trash and the compost. So
And how does it separate them? When do they go?
It's a split body, so there's a different, there's a switch, you know, the trash will be dumped into the, it goes over further, and then the compost.
There's a lock on the cover. It locks.
Well, it'll have to be unlocked.
when you put it out, unlock the
It's
cover.
important to also- So I didn't realize compost was gonna be automated too.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause right now they all lock.
They do have a latch.
Yeah, they have a latch, you push them in, they snap lock,
Right.
so. So we have to go through and remove all the locks. And then,
They will close otherwise, or they just, it just sort of snaps automatically.
I think the lock is more for when you have it outside near
You
your
want- you
home.
want an-
The next, you don't want animals getting into it.
Well, that's
But once you put it out,
exactly right.
once you put it out that morning for the truck, you can unlock it and it'll get dumped
Oh
and
my God,
it'll be
there's so
empty.
many things to remember.
so Tim,
So confusing.
so if we leave, if anybody leaves extra recycling, it's gonna get left, or you're gonna, it's gonna be left on the side of the road for now, and then put it in their.
Yeah,
next
that's,
week?
I mean, I think unfortunately, that's sort of the mandate, and we'll go from there.
All right, and then I think we kinda need a refresher on recycling stuff to talk to you about, because it's still, people are still, like, I see people put recycling in they sell plastic bags for recycling. I
Yeah.
don't get it. They shouldn't be selling them. People buy them, they put the recycling in them, they say, oh, I bought this special bag for recycling. So just state that no plastic should be in.
There should be no plastic bags in the
It says
recycling.
recyclable plastic. right?
Yes, correct.
Then we need a new flyer then.
Yeah.
We can push out.
And that'll be a good test case for our new communications person to really
Right,
make that known throughout the community.
Yeah.
Plastic bags muck up the gears that they use to separate stuff out at the plant when the stuff leaves here. If you put the plastic bags in, it just causes them equipment issues at the recycling center down the road, so.
Yeah.
And you guys out every day or 4 days a week?
For Hamilton,
Yeah.
3 days a week, Wednesday through Friday,
Okay.
2 days in one.
And at what time do you start?
7 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's important to get your stuff out at 7 o'clock. They're starting right at 7.
I better write it down.
Because I've been out there at 7:30 and I've already missed it, thanks, Tim. Sometimes they
If it
start
lived
early,
in my house, it would go out the night before.
but then the animals get it. All right, anything else? I just want
Yeah,
to make.
I have a few questions.
Yeah,
When will
please.
the smaller bins be delivered?
We're in the, you want to, so we're in the process of finalizing that. You know, the initial push was to have the standard size brought out, and then the invitation or the request for some of the smaller bins for whichever residents opted for that. So we're in the process of completing that now, again, which by the 13th we'll have completed.
Okay, great. And where exactly does our recycling end up?
Great question. Recycling ends up at our material recovery facility in Charlestown, Mass. It's the largest facility of its type east of the Mississippi, fourth largest in the country.
We had a tour a couple years ago. It's
Yeah,
really,
that's
really
right.
impressive.
Joe was
It's a
there.
really impressive facility.
Huh, and it gets sorted into and graded?
It gets sorted and graded, correct.
And then there's an initial tipping fee that matches the trash tipping fee?
It's a different application, so there's a processing fee that is incorporated into the process. So it's called and then the average commodity rate
Okay,
of that plant, so that's after everything is processed, net of what it costs to do that, the average commodity rate. In the case of Hamilton, actually, you got a favorable rate because the quality of the recycling is, you have a 4% contamination rate historically, which is very favorable in the Commonwealth. So that average commodity rate, less for the processing, less the processing gives you the net on that. So it's typically, well, I'm not sure where your trash rate's at now, but they should be pretty commensurate as we sit here today.
it
So
ends
you-
up, so the tipping, basically the tipping fee and the total fee that we pay for recycling is,
Commensurate with your trash fee, I'm assuming
You don't
now.
have the trash fee. Yeah. There is no trash fee right now.
No, but I mean, you had asked about the disposal and for trash and then
Oh,
the cost for
yeah.
recycling,
Oh, I
right?
see.
So I think they're commensurate.
they end up being
Yeah.
basically the same. We pay the same for trash and recycling.
About the same, right.
Okay.
The recycling does move a little bit, though, based on markets, right? Because we market all the baled material that comes out of there, the glass, the plastic, the paper, the cardboard.
Okay.
And then we pay a how does that work? I'm calling it contaminant fee. What are they called?
It's the ACR, and that's what Jack was just talking about. Based on our history, we got a favorable ACR rate
We're in-
based on, compared to all of our neighbors and what other folks got. And,
But we can still be doing a better job. Don't give us an A.
no, it's a A minus.
Okay. That's pretty,
We can get to an A,
Well-
but we're at 4%, which is very, very low contamination
that's
rate
good to know.
compared to others.
That's good to know. We're doing a good job. Yeah, we're doing a good job.
Very good job.
And then, last question is, composting, which is very near and dear to us.
Yes.
How do we now police, I mean, it's been a few years since we've been sort of enforcing and policing it. Do we have any program right now to make sure that people are composting?
Well, right now, the standard is if you need to have your compost bin out to have your trash collected, right?
Right, but who's enforcing that? I know that's what we say, but I just want to make sure we're
The
enforcing it.
Casellas haulers
We
will,
do, okay.
Yep.
So that you know when you go out there and sticker, what do we do? If somebody does, then we leave it there, or
they don't take their trash.
they don't?
And
Okay.
they leave the
If the
sticker.
bin's not out, yes.
Okay.
And we've actually been very, the residents have been good with that program.
Yeah.
It took a little bit, obviously, when it was implemented, but not many violations
Okay, good.
much anymore.
So we're doing a good job. That's great.
Hmm.
Other questions? Anybody get more?
Yeah,
Go
so,
ahead.
yeah, I do. In terms of the recycling amounts, there are certain entities within the town that, by the very nature of their business, have more recycling needs, such as horse farms, which have been part of this community for 150 years, and we use paper bags for shavings. And now it looks like there's some restriction on the amount, and that's not possible. So I know there has been a little talk about a second recycling barrel, and I think there are circumstances when it's very appropriate and very necessary for that to happen. So I'd like to know, is there a way we can get that done?
So the idea was to distribute at least one to everybody to get them into the program. There are opportunities after that for additional barrels, similar to the way we do additional compost barrels. There would be a charge, but there would be available barrels. I think what I'm probably going to do is put together a form that's going to be available on the website or something, and you can, for an additional barrel or requesting a barrel, or if somebody gets an ADU or some permitted property, something like that. That would be what the form would be for.
Okay, so I'll just emphasize the urgency of this, since horses have needs every single day, and these paper bags are accumulating, and there's no place to put them, and so I would like to see that instituted as quickly as possible, out of necessity.
Yep.
Thank you.
Are they plastic lined bags or are they just paper?
Paper.
Just paper.
Paper is what we're talking about. There are both options, but it's mostly paper that people use.
And I think we're getting to your point, I think we're getting to a point that request form can be issued. I think we're in pretty good shape with distributing barrels. There are some that we still have to get, but majority of the residents have them at this point.
Okay, so until the 13th, so for another week, they could just put them out as they have been, stash, 30 bags inside one bag, and that just gets picked up. Is that correct?
Sure.
I'll hold you to
Twisting
that.
What's your
Pick it
address?
up, so, I was.
Until the
I need your
13th.
address.
I think something that I'd like to highlight is how good Casella has been to work with. And, I know there's been some hiccups and some people were surprised by the change with the automated and the change of the big recycling bin. We're going to make adjustments where they need to be made, and we appreciate people's patience with that. But I just note that most of our surrounding communities that are changing over contracts this year, whether they're keeping the same or they're going to a new hauler, they've all had far more hiccups than us. Manchester was in touch with their residents today. They are actually changing, but because they're changing haulers, a whole bunch of stuff that has to happen, and it'll be a month or more before they're getting a regular curbside pickup. Their residents are going to be taking to their transfer station for the coming weeks. North Reading, also changing haulers. Beverly is changing haulers and taking up Casella, but they decided to buy their own barrels, and so they don't even have the new recycling totes yet. So we're facing fewer setbacks in our transition to the new contract than almost all of our neighbors, so. And we appreciate
Right.
Casella.
So I, as well as expressing the concern, I will also say that Casella does a really good job. They come down my street every week, and I don't think I've ever had a complaint. So from a personal perspective, thank you. Bravo, good job.
Well, thank you for saying that. It's good to
Oh, you
hear.
guys have done a
Appreciate
great
it.
job, and like, yeah, there's not cans all over the road. In other communities, you've seen, they throw the cans everywhere, and I've always been respectful and part of the community, so thank you for that.
That's great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anybody else have any questions from the public? Please come on up.
I'm Valerie Peck at 37 Miles River Road. And just kind of more of a point of clarification, for those of us who can't manage to get the large thing down a half-mile driveway, there is a possibility for something smaller that might fit in the back of a utility vehicle or something. And I don't know how to apply for that. I
Yeah.
can,
So, sorry.
thank you.
Yes, to answer a question, call in if you need a smaller barrel. Residents have called in to the DPW, requested a small barrel. I pass that list on to Casella, and they deliver a small barrel.
Small barrel
the
is
same size as
65.
trash, or is it still bigger than
It's
trash?
still bigger. It's 64 gallon, I think.
It is 64 versus-
So it's kind of in the middle of the two,
Okay.
but about twice the size as the trash can.
Yeah.
And then the 96 is about 3 times.
Okay.
So
And that's the smallest.
the smallest, yeah, 60,
The recycling bins.
yes, 64 gallon, yep.
We can just exchange.
Yep, yeah, we can just call in. We ask you to leave it on the side of the road, and
She's
we'll,
at 37 Miles River Road.
Yep.
I wrote it down. I'll give it to you tomorrow.
I got it. I already know. I got it, so, yep, sure.
All right, no, I really appreciate you coming in. I know it's,
Thank you. Appreciate
people
you
don't like
having me.
change, but I think this will be a good thing for the community and for what we're trying to do to reduce, reuse, recycle, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
And be safe with your employees, which is important too, so.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
All good?
Yeah.
I'm here if you have any other questions. Happy to answer them, but,
What are you doing? Trying to make this take longer?
no, I just.
You had one foot out the door, all you had to do was
You
go.
got me in front of me, so
Wait, that's right,
I was being polite.
Tim.
Nice.
I was being polite.
That's why I'm asking what he's thinking.
All right, see you later.
Yeah,
You're good. We'll talk tomorrow.
yeah. Send me an email. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
All right, next item.
Too funny.
Next item on the agenda is to appoint Jennifer Apples, Associate Member of the Finance and Advisory Committee. I will recognize John.
Just a couple of quick comments. The FinCom is very excited because not only do we have a full complement of full-time members, Jenna Pell, who's here tonight, is stepping up to be an associate member. She's lived in town 4 years, has a 6-month-old son, cute as a button. She has a significant experience advising public entities. She's I will easily say, a financial expert. She's a chartered financial analyst, which is one of the highest designations you can receive as a finance professional. We're thrilled to have her. And she's already been to one meeting as a member of the public, so she's anxious to help us out. And I'm very happy to ask her to come up and say a few words.
All right, please.
Thank you. My name is Jenna Pell, as mentioned. Appreciate the time this evening. I'm looking forward to serving Hamilton as part of the FinCom with your supports, and I'm happy to take any questions if you have any.
Lee, anything?
I don't think I have any questions, thanks.
Just a comment, thank you for stepping up, we appreciate it.
Of course.
Well, thank you, I appreciate it. Have you done any other, is this your first volunteer in the town, or have you done other things too?
This is my first one. I have gone to some events. I know you were talking about the Council on Aging. I did the Family Friendly Feud a few years ago that happened. It was so much fun. So I hope that comes back. I'll go on the record saying that. But no, I have not volunteered officially in any capacity.
Well, glad to have you, so thank you.
I do have a question, actually. What's the difference between an associate member and a full member? What's the,
So the town's bylaws don't actually have an associate member thing. This was something that the Select Board and FinCom instituted a couple of years ago to try to help kind of groom the next generation of FinCom members.
Farm
And so it's kind of a farm team, and, you know,
Non-voting
non-voting member, but they can come on, they can offer their input and expertise, and certainly Jennifer has a lot of that to offer, so.
And then when they want to run, or put their name up, they have that experience.
okay, yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, do I have a motion to appoint Jennifer Appel to the associate member of the Finance and Advisory Committee?
So moved?
Second.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Welcome, Jennifer.
Nice to meet you.
All right, next item on the agenda is to appoint Valerie Peck as associate member of the Planning Board. And I believe she is here tonight.
I don't get a formal introduction. Where's my guy?
Where's Marty?
No, my name is Valerie Peck. I'm at 37 Miles River Road, and I'm actually delighted to have the opportunity to participate, hopefully, with the planning board. I am at a time in my life where I have both the time, desire, and interest to give back to the community, and this is an area where I think I may be helpful. I have attended, I'm assuming you're wondering why I want to join, and I have attended numerous planning board meetings, specifically surrounding primarily the Gordon Conwell Theological Development Project. And I have witnessed the work that the planning board has done, kind of the thoughtful and comprehensive deliverable that they created in what I saw to be a very complex situation, and they appeased so many different constituencies. And that's something that I can really get behind. It's a philosophy that I can really support. So that's a real motivation for me to pick this board in particular. I also think my background, I'm a CFA, but that's probably not relevant here as well. But more in the real estate line specifics, I can probably ramp up. That may be helpful. And I think foremost, I'm a good listener. I've learned that from Marnie. She seems to really listen to people, and I think that that's so important in participating on these boards. So if you have other questions or concerns.
No, I see the note from Mark.
So you don't have a recommendation.
I don't have a recommendation from Marty.
So this one works a little differently, because this one is actually in our bylaws.
Okay.
So the process for appointing an associate member to the planning board, it's different. The associate member.
Alternate member,
It's an
okay.
alternate member.
Alternate member,
The member can, when the planning board has members absent, associate member can step in and vote on things as long as they're present, as the other members are, through the entire hearing. They have to be voted on by both this select board and the planning board, and they have to win an approval of a majority of the votes on both boards. It's not the combined total of 12.
Right.
It's, they got to win a majority of 7 and a majority of 5. There's only 3 of you here tonight, so if you all vote for Valerie, she's appointed, even if the other 2 are absent. Because the planning board has already voted, and they've already voted to appoint her into the role. So you don't need a recommendation from them, they've already done it.
I didn't have that point of information, so.
Yeah, sorry.
So they voted already.
That
They already
came
voted.
earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in the,
Apologies.
great, so yeah, Jordan, and what was the count on that vote?
You're unanimous.
Yeah.
It's great. All right, perfect. No, I mean, I already, like you mentioned, I've always believed life is not a spectator sport, so it's good to watch those things and then say, I want to get involved in the next one, so I can actually be part of what happens and not just watch it go by. So I appreciate that's what spurred you, because that was that was a lot of discussion, a lot of debate, and a lot of
Time.
years and years to get that done, and it was, I don't think anybody voted no at town meeting, so it's pretty impressive.
No, there was one.
There
was
were-
one
I think-
person.
there
It
No,
was
he
a
didn't vote no, he was like coughing in the bag or something.
Yeah, that was it.
If I could just say something real quick, like Valerie, I was at a lot of planning board meetings over the last year, 2 years, 3 years, that had to do with Gordon Conwell, and there were a lot of people frequently in that room with a lot of passion and energy, and Valerie was always there with passion for making sure something good happened there, but she was one of the most reasonable people to talk to and share information and insights with, and having folks like Valerie in the room helped the planning board chart the path that they did that got them to near unanimous approval of that project. So I appreciated her just, and
Thank
Roland
you.
and a butter. Her being in that room was helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, any other questions?
Not a question, just a comment. I agree with Joe. You are absolutely the voice of reason. She's also a friend. And I think very highly and have incredible respect for Valerie. And I wholeheartedly support your appointment to the planning board.
Thank you, Rosie.
All right,
Motion.
I made the motion, right? No?
No, you need a motion?
Oh, I thought I made the motion. I'll do it again. But do I have a motion to appoint Valerie, I don't want to mispronounce your last name,
Heck,
Valerie Peck, to be an associate member of the planning board?
is it an alternate?
It says associate here. but-
It's probably a typo on my
That's okay.
part.
Do I have a motion to appoint Valerie Peck as an alternate member of the planning board?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Look forward to it.
Oh, thank you, Valerie.
Thank you, Valerie.
All right. All right, well, it seems as though the game started 6 minutes ago.
So,
World Cup. World Cup, we need World Cup.
what's left, sir?
Any other, if you have any
Sign two copies of each cemetery deeds, please.
That's right here. All right, I can sign some stuff, but we can talk about, the next item on the agenda is to talk about business.
We talked about that last week.
We talked about that last week, right?
Right?
You did.
But do I have a motion?
I would point out,
sorry,
sorry,
go
real
ahead.
quick, that the transcript that you sent out does have substantial gaps in it.
It's only as good as the tool that we were using, apologies, but we.
Yeah, that is not the official.
Yeah, that's
Keep in mind, that's not the
just a
official, we
transcript to
just-
help guide
we
us.
just said guide
I
us.
can send you the recording as well, if you like. That's easy enough.
Okay, so then,
I have a motion?
I move we adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Just make sure you sign that.